Hello, friends. How do you do? I hope you may be happy at your home and enjoying the morning. I am Lieutenant Pawar, and you are watching my video on spoken English activity. I have come on Chhatrapati Shivaji College ground for today's workout and wanted to speak with you about improving English language. This is early in the morning and atmosphere is quite pleasant. Sun is rising and there is cool breeze in atmosphere. Birds are flying and it is very fantastic, wonderful morning. Okay, in this pleasant atmosphere, today we are going to learn about one important topic in improving spoken English, and that is four tips to improve your spoken English. Yes, my dear friends, as you know, English is the universal language. It is one of the 10 languages of United States of Organization. And as far as India is concerned, English is administrative language in our country. But my dear friend, it is not the language of administration only. It is the language of bread and butter, that is the language of employment. If you want to prepare for any examinations for civil services, you must have good command on this language. If you develop your English communication skills, you have bright future in marketing as well as trade, commerce, administration and journalism. But a big question before all of us is how to develop English communication skills. Yes, today I want to tell you some important tips to improve your spoken English. Let's start about some best tips and best practices which we have to do in our daily life. Tip number 1 is think English. Think English is nothing but it is a mental or psychological activity that helps you to develop your language skills. My dear friend, as you know, language is a unique phenomenon that makes us unique in this universe. Yes, you imagine we are animal because the characteristics of animal are in our life: birth, growth, reproduction, and death. These are the basic characteristics of animals. These are in our life also. But human beings are totally different from the rest of animals. Do you think so? Yes, exactly. Because we have developed our culture, we have developed our lifestyle that is totally different from the rest of animals. We have developed we have developed housing style, we have developed agriculture, we have developed education system, we have developed civil society, we have developed governance and mechanism that keeps law and order in society. We also developed science, technology, trade, commerce, and we have become, the global citizen of the world. If you look at our fellow animals which live around us, they are not the citizen of world. If they born in Satara, they live here and there in Satara. But we can move all over the world. We have developed transportation means and transportation facilities like, you know, from bullock cart to aeroplane, and we can move all over the world with the help of these means of transportation. My dear friend, all these progress has not brought in single night. It took many years, and in the process of evolution of mankind, you know, the gift of language to mankind is the real source of all these progress. If you look very sincerely and scholarly, what is the root of human progress and this modern human civilization, you will find that language is the root of all this progress that made much difference between man and animal. My dear friend, language is not only the mean of communication, it is the source of knowledge, and knowledge is the base of modern society. The point was that language, English language, is not the language of only administration, but it is the language of higher education or language of modern society. So today I want to tell you some important tips to improve your English language skills. Number one is to think in English. My dear friend, language processing goes in our mind, and what that information, realization, or the words and their meanings and its application in day-to-day communication, that goes in our mind first of all, and then that words are uttered, or that the words we pronounce with the help of the phonatory system, that is your vocal cord, tongue, lips, and teeth. That is the secondary thing that comes later, but the first processing goes in our mind. Whatever information we see by our five sensory organs, that is eyes, ear, nose, touch, that is stored in the neurons in your brain. As you know, our brain is, command system. It is very important. Whatever information, whatever knowledge that is stored in our brain, and that is in neuron. And language processing goes in your left hemisphere of your brain, in the back side of your brain. And this information are in words, and their meanings are stored in your brain, my dear friends. So thinking activates, the storage and resource of the words when you require. I will try to explain this information in easy way. Suppose if you try to learn some important words, like suppose I am here in garden, flower, lawn, tree. Okay, these words we can store in our brain in neuron. And if you want to talk about garden, at that time you have to remember that words, and that words are once again remembered when, if you have habit to think English. So when you get up early in the morning, try to remember English words. Today it is morning, I have to get up early, I have to be ready for college, I have to take breakfast. So just you remember the word morning, sun rising, breakfast, okay, bath. Try to remember English words. English words, remembering English word is first step. When you come in college, think in English. Class. Don't think that I have to go in library. If you are going to class, just you think about the class. If you want to go to library, think about library. If you want to meet your teacher, think about teacher. Teacher means the word teacher, the word library, the word class, the word book, the assignment, all that try to remember in English. When you go to home, remember about your father, mother, farm, agriculture, home, kitchen, whatever the words related with their, activity. So thinking words in English, that is the first step. Second step is thinking sentences in English. Suppose you are coming to college, then think that I am going to college. I have to attend lectures of English. I have to borrow books from library. I have to submit assignment. Then I have to purchase some stationery from market. So try to think such small sentences in English. At the beginning, it will be difficult because English is a foreign language and you do not have, adequate knowledge of sentence structure and grammar. But my dear friend, in our spoken English class, we are teaching you, the sentence construction, patterns of sentence, and also we are taking your practice. So it will go on. So try to think small sentences in English. Second thing, that is narration. Okay, third tip, that is narration. Try to narrate the activity you have done in whole day to your friend, to your brother, to your sister, or to yourself. Suppose yesterday you had come to college and submitted assignments and borrowed books. Then you tell to your friends, Mr. Raju, Mr. Rani, Miss Rani, today I have gone to college and submitted assignments and borrowed some books and also discussed with teacher about the forthcoming semester and study. Like that, you try to narrate what that you experience, what do you do in a day, and then develop your habit of narration. For that, my dear friend, you have to do the regular practice. At the time of dinner, you try to speak with your younger brother, elder brother, sister in English, and easily you can develop your spoken English activity. Because as I told earlier, language processing goes in our brain, and the words and their meaning stored in our brain in neuron that are, for temporary time, because mind has special characteristics that whatever information we store is for temporary purpose. If we do not use that information or knowledge, then that information and knowledge, you know, get delete from our mind. Therefore, we have to again and again we have to use the recycling of knowledge should be happen in our brain. Then that helps to develop your vocabulary and develop the communication skill, my dear friend. The fourth tip is functioning. Functioning means, suppose you have come in library, try to speak in English. Suppose you go on railway station, try to speak in English. I want to go to Kolhapur, please give me two tickets. Like that you can do communication. If you come in college, try to speak with your teachers. Sir, I have to submit the assignment of paper number 4. Like that, the small sentences you have to use in your functional purposes, for administrative purposes. Try to write applications in English. Many times the students of BA and MA also with special English, they write applications in Marathi. But my dear friend, if you develop your habit to do administrative work in English, that helps you to develop your English language and that will helpful for your future career. So think English words, then think English sentences, try to narrate your experiences, and do the functional activities in English. These are the steps which we have to put in practice that will help to develop your communication skills, and you can grab the global opportunities, global job opportunities, and you can excel at your workplace. Try to understand this short speech on language functioning and important 4 steps to develop your communication skills. My dear friend, today I spoke thoroughly in English, but try to understand this easy English. This is purely the Indian accent and very slow and short and simple, lucid sentences I try to speak here. Try to understand the information, try to understand the difficult words in this communication, as well as try to understand the tense which I have used, the sentence structure that we have studied, that is, declarative sentences, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory. Here in this communication, I used maximum declarative sentences and some of imperative sentences. So try to understand some, you know, the vocabulary and scientific terms and try to find out their meanings from your dictionary. And if you have any problems, if you have any doubts, or if you want get more knowledge and details about any concept or the grammatical items, feel free to chat on the group, and you can ask me questions on my mobile phone. Thank you very much for listening my speech on 4 tips to improve English. I hope that today is Sunday and you may be enjoying, but my dear friend, try to read minimum 2 pages on any topic of your choice in English and try to find out the and structure and grammar in that sentences and difficult words. That will help to develop your reading skill, because reading is also must and important to develop your communication skill. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.